Hari Hari. This is the story of Sri Ramacandra, part 4. Ramacandra is the seventh of the 10 avatars of Vishnu. So in part 3, we were introduced to Sri Ramacandra and Sita's twin sons, Love and Kush. After Sita Devi left this world and went back to Vaikuntha as Lakshmi Devi, Ramacandra took his boys home and began to train them to become future leaders of the kingdom. So the boys, Love and Kush, very quickly took after the characteristics of their father, Lord Ram, became powerful warriors, became just, good rulers and leaders of Ayodhya. Once upon a time, a sage came to visit Lord Ram. Some say the sage was Vashishta Muni, some say it was Vishvamitra Muni, but it's not clear, so we will just say a sage came to visit Lord Ram. So Lord Ram welcomed him. But the sage said, "My dear Lord Ram, I have a very, very private matter to discuss with you. I need to have absolute and complete privacy and secrecy." Lord Ram said, "Of course, sure. Please come in this room and you can talk with me privately." And the sage said, "No, not just to talk with you privately. We must make sure we are not, under any circumstances whatsoever, can we be interrupted." Lord Ram said, "Sure, not a problem. I will post a guard outside and make sure that no one comes in. I'll give that instruction." The sage said, "No. If someone, for whatever reason, comes inside the room while I'm talking to you, while I'm speaking with you, then you have to sentence that person to death." Lord Ramacandra thought this was a very, very odd request, and he certainly did not want to sentence someone to death if they accidentally stumble into the room. But Lord Ramacandra was convinced he could actually accommodate this. So he told his brother, he said, "My dear Lakshman, can you guard the door? Make sure no one, under any circumstances whatsoever, comes inside this room." Lakshman is as important a personality as Lord Ram. No one is going to disobey Lakshman if Lakshman says they cannot go into the room. So the sage and Lord Ram go inside this room. The sage tells Lord Ramacandra, says, "My dear Lord Ramacandra, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. Sita Devi is Lakshmi Devi. You both came to this world to kill so many Rakshasa demons. You and Sita Devi both accomplished this by killing Ravana and his Rakshasa tribes. You came to this world to show how real leaders should manage, lead, and protect the citizens, and you and Sita Devi have done this. By your personal example, you both have shown how to take care of your dependents. You have two sons, Love and Kush. They're grown young men now. They're perfectly capable of running the kingdom and carrying on your instructions and leading by following your example. It's time for you to return to Vaikuntha." While this sage and Lord Ramacandra were having this discussion, Lakshman was outside the door, guarding it. Sage Durvasa Muni came, and he wanted to talk to Lord Ramacandra. Durvasa Muni is a very, very temperamental sage, very quick to become angry and upset. When he becomes angry and upset, he causes problems for others. So Durvasa Muni wanted to come inside and to speak to Lord Ramachandra, and Lakshman said, I'm sorry, no. Durvasa Muni immediately, instantaneously became upset. No one had ever told Durvasa Muni he cannot do something. That's how powerful he was and how ferocious he was to others. But Lakshman was not impressed. He said, no, absolutely not. This door will remain closed. It will only be open under the order of Lord Ramachandra. Durvasa became incensed, furious. And he said, Lakshman, if you do not open this door, I will lay a curse on all the city, on all the people of Ayodhya. The people of Ayodhya will be completely devastated by disease and all kinds of horrible events if you do not open this door. That is when Lakshman relented, again showing the nature of a Kshatriya leader. Lakshman has two choices. He can follow the order of Lord Ramachandra and prevent Durvasa Muni from going inside. Durvasa Muni will curse the people of Ayodhya. That would be the result. Or Lakshman can open the door and be subject to being killed, put to death because he broke the order of Lord Ramachandra. These are the two options Lord Lakshman has. Without hesitation, he opens the door and he lets Durvasa Muni in. Because Lakshman, also a Kshatriya, realizes that it's not a problem for himself to sacrifice himself for the people of Ayodhya. That's what Kshatriya leaders do. So without hesitation, he opened the door, let Durvasa Muni in. Lord Ramachandra and the sage inside, they had completed their discussion. And Lord Ram knew what was happening with Lakshman, Durvasa Muni, and so on. Nearby, in the area, was Hanuman. Hanuman was responsible for protecting. He spent a lot of time protecting the city of Ayodhya. Lord Ramachandra called Hanuman. Hanuman came over, and Lord Ramachandra said, Hanuman, I've lost my ring. It fell in this crack in the floor here. Can you please go into that crack and retrieve my ring? So Hanuman, he's able to expand himself. When he jumped across the ocean to Lanka to see if Sita was there, he expanded himself. He was huge. He was several miles high when he made that jump to Lanka. When he was in Lanka searching for Sita, he reduced his size. It's described that he became as small as a small cat. And that's how he was searching for Sita in Lanka. So Lord Ramachandra says, you have this ability to either expand or to shrink. Can you please shrink yourself and go down in this crack and retrieve my ring? Hanuman did that. He reduced himself in size and he crawled down into that crack, and he was crawling further, deeper down. And he came to this, after going so far down, after a long journey deep into this crack, it opened up into a cave. And in that cave, he saw there was Vasuki, the divine celestial snake. And Hanuman said, my dear Vasuki, my Lord Ramachandra has dropped his ring down this crack. It's somewhere down here. Have you seen it? And Vasuki said, yes, over there, look. And at one side, there was a mountain of rings. Vasuki says, go check in that mountain of rings. You look in that mountain, the ring will be there. So Hanuman goes to this mountain. He jumps into the mountain of rings. He picks one out, and it's the ring, Lord Ram's ring. But then he picks up a second ring, and it's the exact same ring. He picks up a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Every ring in that mountain was the exact same ring of Lord Ramachandra. Hanuman comes down from this mountain of rings, and he comes to Vasuki and says, my dear Vasuki, what's going on here? My Lord Ramachandra said he lost one ring. I come down here and you have a mountain, millions and millions of these rings, these same rings. And Vasuki says, yes, I have the instruction. It is my responsibility to tell you something. And Vasuki tells him, Lord Ramachandra dropped his ring on a ruse to get you to come down here because Lord Ramachandra has actually left and gone back to Vaikuntha. Hanuman says, what do you mean? Vasuki says, after you've started your journey down that crack, Lakshman, because he had broken the vow not to open the door, and he had to be sentenced to death, this is, of course, the divine Leela of the Lord. Lord Lakshman went into the Sarayu River, and that is how he left this world. Ramchandra also followed him into the Sarayu River. The Sarayu River is a river that flows outside Ayodhya. Lord Ram also entered the Sarayu River, followed by his brothers, and they've gone back to Vaikuntha. Lakshman says, no, that's impossible. I've just only been down here a few minutes. I'm going to go back up and see what's going on. And Vasuki says, no. Right now you are here in Nagaloka. When you go back, many, many thousands of years will have already passed. Even the dynasty of Ram is no more, because the time difference between Nagaloka and Earth, Bhumandala. Hanuman was, of course, absolutely devastated. And some say this is when Hanuman came back up the crack. That is when Bhima encountered Hanuman when the Pandavas were in Agyatvas. And then the story between Bhima and Hanuman takes over from there. That is one version. That concludes the story of Sri Ramchandra. Hari Hari.